And on health matters, the Lagos State Blood Transfusion Committee has organized a one-day structural training for nurses in the state, which emphasized the critical role of nurses in ensuring that blood transfusions are carried out safely and are in accordance with standard guidelines. The committee emphasized the critical importance of following safe blood transfusion practices during its nurses training exercise, whose goal is to save patients' lives by preventing fatalities caused by negligence on the part of nurses. Expert also stressed the importance of preparing patients mentally for the transfusion procedure by educating them and dispelling any misconceptions.
So the nurses are deemed to be the most critical part of a blood transfusion because they are always there. They will be there from the beginning till the end. So they are the ones that are closest to the patient. They are the ones that will say if there is a reaction or not. They will say if the blood transfusion has gone smoothly or not. They are also there to ensure that the blood is actually of the good quality that we expect that it should be transfused. Another thing that will happen during this training is that the nurses here will be inaugurated as safe blood transfusion champions, and that means that they will take the teaching here to their respective facilities. They will ensure that each facility has and is strengthened a blood transfusion committee, and they will ensure that any vigilance reactions will be reported back to the blood transfusion service. So all in all, we have made them the key sets of people to ensure that the safe blood transfusion practices we have been teaching all healthcare personnel is implemented and well established.
My message to them, even as they are being, Lagos State is interested and committed to professional development of all our healthcare workers across cadres, and even as they are partaking in this training, I don't want it to stop here. So even when they go back, because it's the trainers training, so they are meant to go back and impact this knowledge and train other members of staff at their various hospitals to ensure that eventually any blood that is transfused in Lagos State is one that is of good quality and one that is transmitted without any adverse effects as much as possible.
The transfusion process. The doctor just orders for a transfusion and goes away. But the nurse is the one that is actually on the ward with the patient. And so it's important for the nurses to not just have a mental knowledge of what the transfusion reactions could be, but they should be able to recognize such transfusion reactions. Because we know that even though blood transfusion can be a life-saving intervention, it is also fraught with a lot of complications. And a lot of these complications could also lead to death in the patient. And so we want to make our transfusion practice in Lagos State to be as safe as possible.
It's a two-way thing, which I've told them. You don't just give blood transfusion to people. You must ensure that we follow the standard procedure and the standard protocol. Number one, we must ensure that two people verify the blood before you give. You must ensure that the blood type, the habeas blood group system, matches with the patient. Cross-matching, the resource factors, the antigen, and everything that are compatible with the clients or the patients that we are giving us. And we should be able to ensure, communication is key. You don't just go to patient and say, I want to put blood up. No. You must have prepared the patient's mind. Let the patient know that, oh, I'm having blood. And what is the essence of this blood? Why am I taking the blood? Why is it important? What is the blood going to do for me? Then, during the blood transfusion, what are the things I'm going to experience?